Centricom Channel 10 Sports and Mid-Utah Radio, the sports leader in South Central Utah, now present another exciting high school football game broadcast. This sports broadcast is brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. And now, let's go live to the football field for simulcast coverage of high school football on Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10.
Good afternoon, high school football fans. Garrett Robinson and Rick Robinson with Barrett Hilton doing our production work. Elliot Robertson doing our camera work today here at Provo High School for the second 3A state football semifinal between Summit Academy, who's the number 1 seed, taking on Juan Diego Soaring Eagle, the number 2 seed. Garrett, your thoughts on this game this afternoon?
Should be an exciting matchup. Both teams have played well during the season. They've had some. They both have very good records. Should be exciting.
Well, Summit comes into this afternoon's game as a slight favorite, according to the computer. The Perry's Power Guide has Summit favored by 1/10 of a point.
Yeah, they played each other a little bit earlier in the season, did they not?
Yes, and I have their teams who they played here. I have their records, and let me hand that to you here. So I picked that out here. Here's who Juan Diego played.
Yeah, I believe that they did play each other, and Summit did get the better of Juan Diego in that particular game. So it would make sense that Summit would be the favorite. Also, they have the higher seed. Not that always matters, but in this case, they had the higher seed for a reason because they played each other already.
Well, let's look at these two teams, how they got where they're at. The South region, which is proven to be a pretty solid region from top to bottom. The Summit Academy started with a 56-21 win over Manti. Then they beat North Sanpete 14-10, and North Sanpete, for the first time in their history, did win, and they will advance to the state championship as they beat Morgan. I think it was 23-15. And then, go ahead.
Yeah, that was the score. It was 23-15.
And then Summit Academy beat Juab 41-25. They beat Richfield 33-0. They beat Juan Diego 28-19 the first time they played. And then last week in their play-in game, in the quarterfinal, Summit Academy beat Richfield 40-21. Why don't you go through Juan Diego's regions?
Yeah, so Juan Diego, they started off
with a loss to North
Sanpete, and then they followed that up with they rebounded with a win against Richfield 38-28 or 35-28, and they ripped off 3 wins in a row after that, Richfield, Manti, and Juab. Then that's when they played Summit Academy and lost to them 19-28, and then they had 2 wins after that. They beat Judge Memorial 55-0. They also beat Grantsville 41-14. So these are 2 very good teams that are playing each other.
And Juan Diego, of course, comes in the defending state champs. They Coach Colosimo's teams. He's been there for a long time. He's never had a losing season ever since Juan Diego started football. And Colosimo, honestly, his teams get better, and I think his team this year in the playoffs has moved along nicely.
Yeah, here's the thing. You can't ever count out Juan Diego, even though they did have a loss to Summit Academy. You can't ever count them out. They're always good. They always have good athletes. They always have good coaching. Colosimo's been there for years now. And like you said, they've never had a losing season. So I would never count them out, especially with them being defending champions. This should be a very, very good game.
Garrett, I know you've seen it. What's going through some of these players' minds where they've already played during the season and they're going to play again? Is that a factor?
Well, on Summit Academy's side, it gives them a little bit of confidence knowing, hey, we've got these guys before, we can do it again. But on Juan Diego's side, they just treat this like any other game. They don't treat this any different. Yeah, they played them. They lost a tight game to them. But that's not. That doesn't really play into the mindset. They just restart. That's the nice thing about the playoffs, is it's a whole new season, and so they can treat this like a reset.
Well, I've got to give George Felt credit. He sends me all the stats on that, and he's the one that's provided the information for this semifinal.
Matchup between the Bears from
and here's Summit comes in with an 8-2 record. Juan Diego, of course, with a 7-4 overall record. Summit leads the series 2-1. So they've only played 3 times. This is only the 4th time they've played in their history. And the semifinal will be the 4th battle. And last year's semifinal was Juan Diego won 38-37. And I believe that was a long, long game. I believe it was overtime and a lot, but Juan Diego went on to win the state championship.
It's a very tight game in that one as well.
Very tight game. And so Juan Diego, of course, the defending state champs, and I want to give thanks to George Felt for his stats he provides. He does a terrific job. I communicate with George during the week and get a lot of information from him when I can. Garrett, what are the keys for Summit? In your mind, they're a passing team. Juan Diego more of a running team. What do you think the keys for these 2 teams?
It all starts up front. The offensive line is really going to determine the game. If you get a lot of pressure on the quarterback, he's not going to be able to throw it as well. You can create turnovers and interceptions and fumbles. And the same thing on the other side. It's going to start on the offensive line for Juan Diego as well, especially when you have a running attack. I believe that they do the triple option. I know Colosimo's game a little bit. When I played at Richfield, he came over to our place for about a week and showed us some things that they do. And really with his system, you want to make sure that you're not letting the defenders get any penetration past the line. If they get penetration, then it breaks down the triple option. So they're going to want to hold strong there. And that's really the key here. It's going to be one in the trenches.
And Les Hamilton, I got to give credit Les Hamilton last year. He actually did a broadcast with me. Coach Hamilton, a very, very good coach, was at Pleasant Grove, the head coach at Alda for a while. Terrific coach. This is a battle of 2 really high-powered coaches.
Yeah.
And we're just minutes away, we're seconds away from the kickoff here, as Juan Diego will be the visiting team. Summit, the home team. Summit, of course, won the region, went undefeated in a very, very tough 3A South region. And now none of the North is left, with North Sanpete beating Morgan earlier. And North Sanpete, who was the number 2 seed from the South, has advanced to their first 3A state championship, first state championship in football at any level in their history. Here at Provo High School, Garrett Robinson, Rick Robinson. Hope you enjoy this afternoon's broadcast on Centercom. And you can follow all the games on Centercom. Barrett Hilton, who I've worked with a lot the last while, just a terrific guy to work with, does our production work for us. And Juan Diego will head to the north. And Summit will be on the south side. Just make you miss football a little bit, Garrett?
Always.
And appreciate having you here with me this afternoon. Juan Diego getting set to kick off here.
Back to receive for Summit Academy, number 81, Colin Dodge, and number 1, Parker Clausen.
Dodge and Clausen, the 2 deep backs for Juan Diego. The kicker is Jaron Adams. Adams getting set to kick off. Clausen just a speedster, and Clausen will go in the end zone. In college, you can bring it out, but in high school, the second that ball crosses the goal line, there is no option, and it will come out to the 20.
Will be 1st and 10 for Summit.
And now Summit comes over and gets her final instructions from Coach Hamilton. And the Bears will come out now. Casey Briggs, who was at Corner Canyon last year, is the quarterback. Briggs, just a 6'3", about 220. And a quick pass out and leveled out there. It looked like just a little flare pass, and they just drill him, as that was caught by Ashton Brady.
Yeah, it was Miller Cordall on the tackle.
And that's going to be a loss of 4 yards.
14 for the Bears.
So Briggs, again, will come in a shotgun formation. Brown, the single setback. And the give is to Brown, and Brown's going to weave his way. He's got a lot of speed. Had one of the most electrifying runs earlier this year at Richfield. He had a 95-yard touchdown return, and it was electrifying. I mean, he fumbled it at the 5, and it was one of the best runs I've seen.
Yeah, when you get little guys like that, they're speedsters. They don't need a lot of room, and that was a very good tackle by Sean Wolf, number 60.
Talmadge Brown again, the single setback. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Briggs calling for the ball. Gives it to Brown. Brown, Talmadge is cutting off the right side. He cuts up and it's going to be well short of the first down.
Talmadge Brown for a short gain on the play. Tackled by number 80, Kaiser Mataele.
Yeah, Kaiser Mataele on the tackle there.
We do have a score update for, I know there's a lot of interest in the University of Utah. Arizona State has drawn first blood on the Utes. They lead 6-0 with the PAT coming up. And now the kick is a low kick. It looked like it could have been blocked, but Broad and then a host of tacklers will bring him down right around the 44-yard line.
Tackled by number 3, Gage Sessions. Brings up first down for Juan.
And I believe that was Curran who was the ball carrier.
Yeah, that's who it was, number 18.
And so they'll take over at their own 44. There's difference of field position here. Summit started at their own 20, and Juan Diego gets it at their own 44. So that's a 24-yard differential.
It's a big field flip that could play a real factor in a tight game like this.
Again, Juan Diego leans heavy to the run game. They have a pro set split backfield. They do send a man in motion. And it's going to be kept by Colby Smith. And Colby cuts up field for a nice gain of 5 yards.
For a gain of 5 on the play. Tackled by number 11, Carson Kitchen.
Well, they actually give him a spot of 6 to the 50. So
brings up 2nd and 4 for the Eagles.
Yeah, that's what they want. Get a nice little gain here on first down, and then it really opens up a lot of options for them on second down.
Again, split backfield behind Smith. And now Smith's going to keep it on an option play. Tries to cut up field, and then he's brought back. He'll get forward progress to the 48-yard line of Summit.
Yeah, that was a host of tacklers there. They were all over that.
And when Smith didn't really have an option to pitch it.
No, it was a good idea to keep the ball there and just take the small gain.
3rd and 2. Smith under center, quarterback keeper. He cuts forward. Now the ball's
fumble
on the ground, and Summit appears to fall, but the ball's still scrambling. And Summit says they have it. I think they do. And they do.
Yep, there's the signal.
Quarterback Keith Colby Smith, fumble on the play, recovered by number 29, Cannon Esme.
That's potentially a huge play for Summit. I mean, any time that you can get a turnover, I mean, we were just talking about field position. That flips the whole field position. Even if they don't end up scoring on something like this, it's huge.
So Juan Diego had moved into Summit territory, albeit out around the 45-yard line, and fumbles the football. Summit takes over at their own 40-yard line. Now Briggs will go back to work, sends a man in motion. And that is going to get to Brown. Brown in the backfield. He plants, cuts forward, about the 38, cuts up to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, tackled there by the linebacker, number 56, David Holverson, and he read that very well.
So they mark him down at the 43-yard line. So far, it's been Talmadge Brown on 3 of the plays here. And now a quick pass out. It's going to be caught for the first down across midfield and out of bounds. I believe it was Brady.
Yeah, he did a really good job after he caught the ball to keep his feet in bounds and get a couple more yards on that.
That play good for a first down for Summit
And that's
Academy.
the first down of this game. And Summit crosses into Juan Diego territory. Briggs, shotgun formation. Quick pitch back to Talmadge. Talmadge on the outside, cuts up field, and I believe he's got another first down.
Number 25, Talmadge Brown for a gain on the play. Looks like a gain of 9.
Yeah, tackled there by the
Michelle Gotti.
the DB, Michelle Gotti.
And it is a first down. So Summit started at the 40-yard line. They've run 3 plays and picked up 2 first downs. Now Briggs in shotgun formation. Casey looking for the football. Again, gives it to Briggs. Briggs plants. Talmadge Brown. He cuts up field, and he's going to pick up maybe 1 or 2 yards. He really took that pitch about 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage there, Garrett.
Yeah, he did. He did a good job. The defender stretched him out a little bit, so rather than taking a tackle for a loss, he planted and cut up field and got a little bit of a gain there.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 8. Briggs has a man open. That's Dodge. And Dodge has it for a first down. Down just outside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, getting really close to the red zone here.
To number 81, Colin Dodge for a first down for Summit Academy.
And they marked him out of bounds at the 23. So it's going to be 1st and 10. This drive with 3 first downs started at the Summit 40-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 23 of Juan Diego. The Soaring Eagle trying to put up a stop here. Again, they'll give it. They fake the give to Brown, and Briggs cuts up field, and he will pick up a couple yards.
It was a nice fake by the quarterback. Looked like he was going for the give, and then just kept it himself, and then ran up the middle.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 8 at the Soaring Eagle 21-yard line. Briggs takes the pass, throws it out. Dodge has it, and Dodge, I believe he's got the first down.
Yeah, number 9 got him out there, Ray Tinamari, and that was a potential touchdown saver there.
So it's 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. 4 first downs on this drive by the Bears. Started at their own 40-yard line. They'll sell Clausen in motion. They give it to Clausen. Clausen's the speedster. It looked like he fumbled it. He gains control, plants and cuts upfield.
Yeah, did he get a first down there? It looks like he might have got the
And I
first.
think he's going to be just shy of the first down. I think they marked it at the 2. He's got to get to the first to the 1-yard line for the first down.
Yeah, that was a nice run, especially when you consider the fact that he was fumbling as he was running across the field there.
Briggs, single setback is Brown. I would be surprised if they don't give it to Brown. They do. Brown cuts on the right side, and he's in for a touchdown. Talmadge Brown on a 2-yard run.
And up to number 25, Talmadge Brown for a touchdown, Summit Academy.
And this goes back to that fumble recovery that they had over there at the 40-yard line. Juan Diego had a nice first down. And then followed it up with a fumble, and Summit Academy was able to turn it into points. That's huge. Anytime that you can do that, it's absolutely killer.
And the kick is up and good. Summit 7, Juan Diego getting set to get the football for their 2nd time.
How come I can't put points on?
What's it doing?
Oh, network, okay, here we go.
Should push, so let's go 1, 6, right?
I put 6 and then 1.
Yep, it should go up. What's going on? Oh, there it is. There. Yeah, I got it.
Tell you, Summit with a very impressive 60-yard drive. They took it from their own 40-yard line. They picked up 4 first downs. It was a 2-yard run by Talmadge Brown, and it's 7-0.
And the whole drive was impressive because they did a nice job of mixing in pass and run. It was very balanced. They looked very disciplined, very good.
And now the kick is be a kind of a short one here. Be taken on a dead run around the 12, up the middle to the 15, the 20, the 30-yard line, then brought down around the 32.
Number 6, Cooper Rust on the return.
And
brings up first down. Juan
Cooper
Diego.
Rust was who carried it.
Yeah, he was tackled there by number 19, Ashton Brady. It was a good tackle because he had a little bit of room there, and it was a nice return by number 6 there.
With 6:29 to go in the first period here, Juan Diego gets the football for the second time. Smith will come under center and rides his tailback.
Looks
The
like
ball's on the ground. Summit says they have it. We haven't seen the official signal.
And off to 15, Hunter Easterly.
Yeah, it looked like a fumble to me as well. He's having trouble with the exchange with the running back.
And it is.
Play recovered by number 73.
And Summit
Cameron
recovered it
Fisher.
again.
First down, Summit Academy.
So Juan Diego's had the ball twice. Twice they have fumbled it. Last time, Summit went 60 yards and cashed in. And now they start at the Juan Diego 33-yard line.
Yeah, Rick, it's just about the worst possible way they could have imagined starting this game with two fumbles like that. And it's happening on the exchange with the quarterback and the running back.
Well, I think he was trying to get to Harriman.
Yeah, what's happening is there's a communication error going on as we see the play.
Now Talmadge Brown takes it on the left side. He could go. He's at the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. A 33-yard touchdown run by Talmadge Brown.
That was a nice touchdown.
Good for a Summit Academy touchdown.
You can see on the replay, when he gets wide, there's just nobody out there to stop him.
Yeah, he caught the edge, and at this point, it's already done. They didn't take the proper angles to try and catch him, and he's just too fast for the defenders.
Another update for the University of Utah football game. Arizona State has scored again. So Arizona State's leading the Utes 13-0 with the PAT pending. Now the kick is up, and I believe it's blocked. And it is.
And the kick blocked by Juan Diego.
Was that?
So the score 13 Summit to 0.
Yeah, they did block
Juan
that.
Diego.
My glasses are on me.
Dude, nice choice, Mark.
Who's 33?
Having some fun here. Arellano. Jared Arellano. Jared Arellano.
Pack it up, pack it in. Here we go.
Thank you.
Mountain America Credit Union is proud to be the new title sponsor of Utah High School Activities Association. Visit macu.com for more information, and thank you, Mountain America.
Well, Garrett, it's been all Summit so far here in the first period.
Off the kick for Summit Academy, number 33.
And
Yeah.
the defending
Jared
state
Arellano
champs have
back
given
to receive.
2 fumbles, and they have been critical.
Number
I'm
6,
really
Cooper
interested to
Rush.
see if they worked out. What's going on is during the option, the quarterback and the running back are not on the same page. The running back thinks the quarterback is giving the quarterback's trying to take it, and so it's going to be interesting to see if they got that figured out.
Kick taken at the 5, and now out to the 25, the 30, before being brought back.
Kickoff
Is,
return
I believe
by
that
number
was
6,
Cooper Rust.
with a return.
Yeah.
Tackled by number 8, Mason Schaefer.
And Mason Schaefer on the tackle.
You know, Juan Diego has
First
not
down
had
for the
horrible
Soaring
field
Eagle.
position. They've just had 2 fumbles both times they've had the football.
Yeah, twice they've had pretty good field position. One that was really good was right at midfield, and then the next one was about the 35-yard line. They just fumbled it twice.
And now a give on the right side, and rumbling falling forward is Hunter Easterly.
Yeah, and that's a big boy to tackle, man. He is just running through tacklers.
And I believe it was Easterly who they were trying to get the football to last time on the exchange problem.
Yeah.
Brings up 2nd and 5 for Juan Diego.
Easterly just an outstanding running back for this Juan Diego team. And now they fake it to Easterly, come back, on the left side, very, very close to the first down on a nice dive
And
play.
off to number 22, Tristan
It was
Tanazi.
a good,
And Tanazi was close.
it was a good tackle by number 11,
Play tackled by number 11, Carson Kitchen.
Carson Kitchen.
Brings up 3rd and 1 for the Eagles.
So it's 3rd and very, very short here. Football's between the 40 and the 41. They have to get to the 41 for the first down.
If you're Juan Diego, you need a first down here.
And reaching over, and they do get the first down.
And off the 15,
Easterly
Hunter
took it.
Easterly for a gain up the middle and good for a first down for Juan Diego.
And that's Juan Diego's first
Tackled by
first down
number
of the ball
29,
game.
Cannon Esme.
Summit has 4 first downs,
First
but more
down
important for the Summit
Juan
Bears,
Diego.
they have the lead at 13-0.
Yeah, they've had some nice plays. It's just they've also fumbled as well, and so it's been counterbalancing their good plays.
So from the 44-yard line, and the give, I believe it was
And off to number 15, Hunter Easterly.
It was Easterly again.
For a gain of 2 yards on the play. Tackled by number 73.
And Easterly's going to make it out to the
Brings up
46-yard
2nd and
line.
8 For Juan Diego.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Soaring Eagle. Again, they run the split backfield. These two teams run almost the same formation. Most plays. And now the give is to Tanazi.
And off number 22, Tristan Tanazi.
And Tristan
Short gain of
fights
play.
his way
Tackled by number 52.
out to the
Jacob
48-yard line.
Yeah, and it looked like the defensive lineman did that. This is what we were talking about pregame. The O-line's going to be big here. There was Jacob Munger on the tackle. He got in there and was able to disrupt the play.
So it's 3rd down and 6. Now quarterback option play. Smith going out, and he's going to keep it. He cuts up into Summit territory. He's got the first down and then some.
That was a nice run by
Quarterback key by number
the
5,
quarterback
Colton
there.
Smith. Good for a big run and a first
It's
down
a big
for
first
Juan
down.
Diego.
It flips the field
Forced out of
position
bounds by number 8,
and
Mason
puts them in a good
Schaefer.
position to
Brings up first down.
They
for
mark
Juan
him
Diego.
down at the 38-yard line of Summit. Juan Diego's 3rd possession of this game here in the first period. First 2 times were fumbles. This is as far as they've been in the ball game so far. Now they're looking over the sideline, getting signals. Colby Smith with 3 seconds to go. They do get it off. And gonna be racked.
yeah, he got
Right at the line, maybe a loss of a yard.
he got pancaked by Mitchell Osler there.
Carson Wheaton.
It looked like he might gonna hand off to Donazi, but he didn't when he kept it. He got hammered.
Yeah, he got absolutely smoked.
And that's the problem with an option team is your quarterback's gonna take some hits like that.
Yeah, but the defender did the right thing. Your job is to hit the quarterback no matter what.
Now, they fake a crossbuck, going out to the left, throwing the right, has a receiver, hits him right in the hands and dropped. A tough break for the Soaring Eagle.
Yeah, that he put that right where it needed to be and just couldn't handle it that time.
Oh, it's Mata Alele.
And Mata Alehi was open, and you know those are sometimes you don't expect the pass to be that open, and it just happens at every level, even in the pros.
It seems like those are the worst ones because you're like, I'm open, I gotta catch it, and it ends up just hitting your hands and dropping to the ground.
3rd and 1, the ball at the 39-yard line. They have to get to the 38. I would guess this is 2-down territory. And they fake the dive play. Now over the middle trying to go for more yardage. And it's well defended there that time by the Bears.
Yeah, they were going for the seam route. The tight end was running up the seam. He has a size route, or he has a size advantage over the defender there. And if you're going to do it up the seam, it was very well defended. The quarterback did the right thing and just throwing it over his head.
Interesting. They are going to show a punt down 13-0 at the 39-yard line with a 4th and 1. The Soaring Eagles are showing a punt here.
Yeah, I wonder if they do a hard count here.
Parker Clausen and 81, Colin Dodge.
And the snap is a good one. The kick is up. And it was Gea that kicked it, and it goes into the end zone. I am surprised they punted that.
I'm a little surprised, too. I would have at least tried to get him to jump the line. It didn't appear like there was a hard count, but, I mean, we can't hear as well from up here. But, you know, the coach is just saying, hey, we're not going to panic. We're just going to play things how we play things, and we'll catch up in the long run.
Well, you're certainly not going to question Coach Colosimo.
Yeah.
His record speaks for itself.
Yeah, he's just basically saying, I'm not going to panic here or do anything unnecessary.
So now Summit, the same as they've done all game, 3 receivers to one side, 1 to the left. Talmadge Brown, the single setback. They fake the handoff to Brown. Biggs cuts up on the right side, and he's going to be very close to the first down, I believe about a yard shy.
Yeah, he was tackled there by number 33, and is Jackson Butler. That's a big guy to tackle. Those are no fun.
Actually marked it with an 8-yard pickup, so 2nd down and 2 for the Bears at the 28-yard line. They pitch it back to Talmadge Brown. Brown is hit deep in the backfield, and he's brought down.
Yeah, it was a great read by the defender, number 25, Caden Visconsian. He was all over it.
And they marked him down at the 25, so 3rd and 5. Briggs looking for it, trying to throw out. He's got a man. It's caught. I believe it was. That's Ashton Brady.
That's a great catch. That's a great catch. Number 11 was defending him very well. Michael Gotti. He was defending him very well, and he just played the sideline. The wide receiver played the sideline very well, kept his feet in bounds, and got the catch.
Well, good news in the Arizona State-Utah game. The Utes have just scored a touchdown, the PAT pending. They're down by 2 scores.
They're still down 2 scores? Wow.
Now it's 14-7. The University of Utah-Arizona State game. Now Briggs is going to roll out. He just goes out of bounds. And I'll tell you what, that's good coaching that they don't hit those players out of bounds.
Yeah, there was too much pressure coming up the middle, and then also on the edge from Cooper Russ, number 6 there. And the quarterback did the right thing, ran out of bounds. The defender did the right thing as well, not hitting him as he's running out of bounds.
Other college games going on tonight. Utah State, they're in Hawaii, and Brigham Young, they play at Boise State. BYU coming off one of the more disappointing performances, a 7-6 loss to a good Northern Illinois defensive team, but by anybody's standard, that was a tough loss.
Yeah, it's a pretty lackluster game.
Now Briggs, back to pass, has a man down, and it's going to be intercepted. No, he's intended for Ashton Brady, but it was a little overthrown.
Yeah, number 18, Michael Curran, did really well as a defender. As he was coming over, he turned into the wide receiver and went for the catch, just didn't come up with it. But he defended it really, really well.
And that was clear down at the Juan Diego, 44-yard line where all that action took place?
Yeah, this is a big 3rd down here. They really need to stop.
So 3rd and 12, the ball at the 28-yard line, and Briggs fakes the handoff and keeps it upfield. Makes me wonder if that wasn't a broken play or maybe they're just trying to catch Juan Diego.
No, I think they're thinking, you know, we're ahead in this game rather than the 3rd and 12 or 13, whatever it was. You've got a really long throw to go, and you're just thinking, you know what, we're going to play this conservative. We're ahead 13-0. We're looking pretty good. And so they went the conservative route.
So now the kick by Schaefer is going to take a bounce at the 40 and take a Summit bounce. Goes down to 30, down to around the 27, 26-yard line, depending on where they spot it.
I can take you up. I can take you up. 27.
And so the
Utah High School Activities Association is proud to use products from Wilson.
Soaring Eagle will take over at their own 28-yard line.
Require the best, and that's what Wilson has delivered for over 100 years. Learn more at wilson.com.
Score remains 13-0 in favor of Summit over Juan Diego. Juan Diego has 2 fumbles in this game. That is the difference. Both scores for Summit came off the fumbles.
Yeah, they really, I mean, you got to give it to Summit Academy. When they came out, they were very aggressive on offense off of those 2 fumbles and scored very quickly.
Now, Smith, quarterback option. He's going to keep it. He cuts upfield. He's across the 35 and out to the 38.
Yeah,
and I believe he's got the first down.
Had the first down, got tackled there by Mason Schaefer, the corner, and it was a well-designed play, well executed.
That's the 3rd first down of the ball game here in the first period by the Soaring Eagle. Summit has 5. Now Smith, it looked like he was going to fumble the football. It does get the handoff. I don't know how he did.
They're still having struggles between the quarterback and the running back. They've got to get that figured out. If they don't, I mean, I don't know what you're going to do. You can't just keep fumbling it over to the other team.
Tananzi did get a hold of it, but Smith barely got it in there.
Barely, yep.
So now Colby Smith again under center, and this time they give it on a quick dive on the right side.
Yeah,
Easterly.
Yeah, got swallowed up by 26 Mitchell Osler. He played that exactly how you're taught to play it on the option. One takes the running back, the other one takes the quarterback. Osler took the running back and got the tackle.
And after 1 quarter of play, it's Summit 13, Juan Diego no score. The Soaring Eagle looking at a 3rd down and 7 from their own 41 when we come back. A break. Want to thank, of course, Barrett Hilton, our producer back behind us. You got to look at Garrett. I call him Garrett. Barrett, and he just a terrific guy. I've done a lot of games with him this year. So the Soaring Eagle on the 3rd down and 7. Smith looked like he wanted to plant and pass, or maybe pitch it. But he's going to be sacked.
Yeah, the pitch was open. But Carson Kitchen got there quicker than the quarterback expected. And so he just wasn't able to pitch it in time. But it was there. It was open.
On to kick, number 49, Larbong Guy.
So now,
for the Bears.
Juan Diego will set up in a punting formation. If they're going to punt from the 39-yard line of Summit, they're certainly going to punt from this circumstance, Garrett.
Yeah. There's no way he's going to go for it here.
And the clock is down to 5. They're getting a guy on the field. I think they'll just take the penalty.
Yeah.
You know, that's good coaching by Colosimo, because a lot of coaches would panic and they'd say, let's hurry and take the timeout and use a timeout. And he says, I can live with the 5-yard penalty.
Yeah.
But get out on the field.
Yeah, you never know when those timeouts come in handy, and he just saved it and said, you know, we'll just take the 5.
Cordell is the kicker for Juan Diego, standing right around his own 18-yard line. Snap is a good one. Kick is high, but not particularly long. It does bounce at the 46 and goes out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Yep. Looks like they spotted it at 41.
Well, they're going to mark it at the 43.
The punt is now on the 43-yard line.
I'll tell you what, you got a lot of officials up here in the booth. It's kind of fun because I myself officiate high school football, and I think there's 3 other ones here, or maybe 4, and we have a good time. In fact, I actually officiated one of the one of the Juan Diego game when they played man-tie. I was the referee in that game. They played very well in that game. Briggs over the middle, has a man open, and it's caught by Clausen. He's at the 35, the 30, and down to the 23-yard line. Clausen.
Yeah, that was on the crossing route. The defender wasn't there. Just found the soft spot in the defense and dropped it over the middle.
That played good for a first down for the Bears.
And so ball is marked at the 23-yard line of Juan Diego. So Summit on the move here, already leading 13-0. They give it to Talmadge Brown. No, Briggs keeps it. And Casey cuts upfield. He maybe picked up 1 yard.
Yeah, tackled there by number 56, David Holverson. They have to find a way to keep them out of the end zone here.
Brings up 2nd and 9 for Summit Academy.
Well, the first time these two teams played, it was 28-19. Certainly not been that competitive so far. Fumble's been an issue.
Yep.
Quick pass is out, and it's incomplete. That pass was intended for J.T. Kupik.
Yeah, number 9, the defender there, the defensive back, Ray Tiniaruari.
And I've done 2 of Summit's games this year, and Kupik has caught a lot of passes. That's the first time they've thrown to him today.
Yeah, the defender did a nice job knocking the ball out.
Tell you, Kupik's got good hands. I've seen him catch some big-time catches. On the
third down for the Bears.
3rd and 9 at the 22-yard line of Juan Diego for the Bears. Briggs calls for the football, gets it, throws over the middle. The ball's floating, going down, and an easy flag on the pass interference.
You're going to get called on that every time.
And the funny part is I'll have people say, that was not catchable, but it's not a factor.
Yeah, when it's that, I mean, there's no way to tell whether that was catchable or not. He hit him so early that you wouldn't be able to tell.
It's not an automatic first down. They mark it half the distance, and if the distance does give you a first down, it will be a first down, and it is. Because of the yardage, it was a first down on half the distance, so it's first and goal. Well, they're at the 11.
Yeah, Michael Gotti just got a little bit too antsy on that one.
And the give is to Brown, and Brown just squirts over the center, cuts across the 5. He's down to the 4-yard line. Summit Academy continues to be impressive here in this game. They have looked unstoppable here so far.
They haven't been stopped yet.
For Summit Academy.
Summit coming off an impressive win last week against Richfield, 40-21. And Briggs standing out around the 9-yard line. Talmadge Brown, the single setback. He turns and pitches it to him. Brown trying to get wide. He cuts upfield. And touchdown! Talmadge Brown, can you say 3 touchdowns today?
Yeah. So number 29, I believe it was, Carter Gray. He had him there, but he just took the wrong angle. I think he just misinterpreted how quick Talmadge Brown was. And, I mean, he did a good job getting in the backfield, and then just Talmadge Brown outran him to the corner of the end zone.
And it's a 4-yard touchdown run. And Jared Elanio
looks
with
like
kick
the
good.
extra point is good, yeah.
And so it's 20 for Summit Academy. The Soaring Eagle in desperate need of points will be receiving the football. Here in the second period. Tell you what, Talmadge has really put on a show here in the first half. They have not stopped him up the middle. They have stopped him wide. And if you can run wide, I believe you can beat anybody.
I agree. And, Summit Academy, they've done a really good job at mixing things up and keeping Juan Diego guessing. They've thrown the ball well. They've run the ball well. They've done basically everything that they've wanted to do. It'll be interesting to see if Juan Diego can get going, because thus far they just haven't got their wheels turning yet. They just haven't been able to really get a rhythm.
And now the kick will be into the end zone. That will be blown dead. In the NFL last week, a player, I don't know if you remember seeing that, a player for Green Bay caught the ball right at the goal line and brought it out, and he fumbled it. And, of course, they moved that player on because it did not give their quarterback a chance to win the game against the Rams.
Yeah, that would make you a little upset, especially when you got Aaron Rodgers on the bench.
Well, and they moved that player to a different team.
Streamed live online, will be available for replay at any time at live.ksl.com.
Now the Soaring Eagle, for the first time today, it's not a split backfield. They have 3 receivers to the right. The pitch is back in the backfield to Easterly. Easterly cuts off the right side and picks up some yards.
Yeah, you got tripped up by number 11, Carson Kitchen.
Cameron Fisher brings up second down for the Soaring Eagle.
So the ball's marked from the 20 back out to the 27. So second down and 3 for the Soaring Eagle. Single setback, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Smith under center. Gives it to the single setback. And I believe Easterly.
Yeah, they were all over that. I think there was about 3 defenders that hit him as soon as he got it.
By number 39.
And Easterly maybe picked up 1 yard out to the 20, out to the 28. So it's going to be third down and 2. Back to the split backfield. Very tight formation, long count. Smith trying to draw him off sides. Gives it to Easterly, and Easterly has the first down, and that's going to be the 4th one.
Yeah, had to have this one. Had to have this one. You got to be able to put together a nice little drive here, get a little bit of the momentum back.
Been all Summit so far, 20-0 Summit Academy over Juan Diego. Juan Diego fumbled the first 2 times they had the football. Summit cashed in both times, one on a 60-yard drive, the other one on a 33-yard drive. And that propelled them to a 13-0 lead. And the last time they had the football, Summit scored again to lead 20-0. And Smith turns, pitches back. And it was taken by Tristan Tanazi.
Yeah, tackle there by number 28, Carson Wheaton. And he was the linebacker from the other side of the field, so he had a nice read on that.
Very, very solid Juan Diego team that Summit has made it look easy so far. And let me tell you, this is a good Juan Diego team. Summit's been impressive so far. Juan Diego trying to put a drive together here. Smith keeps it, cuts upfield. Going to be well short of a first down, but picks up some nice yards.
Yeah, you pick up some yards here, and now it makes this third down a little bit more manageable, and it opens up your playbook a little bit. You don't have to throw it. You can do a run if you want to, and so that was a nice run by number 5, the quarterback.
So third down and 4 at the 37-yard line of Juan Diego. The Soaring Eagle given to the backfield, and Tanazi is brought down immediately. Oh!
Yeah, it was Carson Wheaton again. He's been playing very well, especially on this drive. He's had a nice number of tackles. That one happened in the backfield. That was a very big play. It really shuts down any momentum that Juan Diego had going.
For the Bears, number 1, Parker Clausen, and number 81, Colin Dodge.
Juan Diego's lining up the punt here.
And a kind of a low snap, but it's, again, another decent kick. not particularly long, but it's not going to be returnable.
Guys, punt.
Yeah, so you had Carson Wheaton there on that drive, had 3 key tackles, really. The last one was a big one because it happened in the backfield. It was a solo tackle. It's always hard to catch. When you get guys that can tackle running backs in space, that's a really important talent to have.
5 times Summit has had the football here in the first half. 3 of those 5 times they have scored a touchdown. To me, this is one of the big plays of this game because I think Juan Diego needs to keep this game closer than 20-0. I mean, 20 is still bad.
20 is bad. If you get to 27, 26-27, it would be.
The give is to Talmadge Brown, and Brown is hit in the backfield, then breaks free, and then brought down. They call the forward progress. He'll get 1 yard.
For a short gain on the play, tackled by number 29, Carter Gray.
Carter Grave, number 29 on the tackle there.
Brings up 2nd and 9 for the Bears.
2nd down and 9 from their own 36-yard line. Briggs, as he's been all day, shotgun formation, about 4 yards deep. Punt fakes a quick pass now, throwing deep, intended out there for the main receiver today is Briggs.
Yeah, Michael Gotti's done a very good job defending that the wide receiver.
I said it was Briggs, but it was Brady.
Brings up 3rd and 9
It's Briggs who threw it.
So, yeah, number 11, Michael Gotti's done a very good job out there on the corner position defending the wide receiver. He did so again on that play. Just right there with the offensive player, right there with the wide receiver.
Summit with 7 first downs here in the first half. They're going to take time out. Summit takes time out. They have the ball at their own 36-yard line. It's 3rd down and 9. They enjoy a 20-0 lead with 5:12 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, I imagine this next play, I would guess, is going to be some sort of run play. No reason to risk an interception. You don't want to give the other team a turnover. So I would guess that they do something like a draw or some sort of a run play.
Jeff Clough has just joined us in the booth up here. We will have an interview at halftime and we'll get some of his thoughts on what's been going on. We appreciate him willing to give us time because we know he's very, very busy. And here on Centercom, we hope you're enjoying live broadcast here with Juan Diego and Summit. Boys, well, this is the 3A semifinal championship. The winner takes on North Sanpete, who won earlier today. Briggs wants to pass. He's going to drop back, throws down, has a man. It's caught by Clausen, and Clausen just explodes as soon as he catches the ball. But there is a flag, and I believe it's
by the way Michael Gotti is getting excited. It looks like it's going to go against the South Summit Bears, or excuse me, Summit Academy Bears.
And the officials will get together and discuss it. It would be a first down. And there's a lot of discussion here. Coach Hamilton is coming out and wanting to talk to the official. You got to love these coaches, Coach Colosimo and Coach Hamilton. They all know what they're doing.
Yeah, I like his approach too. He's not screaming and yelling. He's just pleading his case.
Yeah, he's terrific, Coach. And Coach Bird and Coach Peck down at North Sanpete, I've had experience with them this year. Terrific coaches. We'll see what the official's going to call here. It'll be pass interference on the offense. So that's a 15-yard from the line of scrimmage.
That's a big call.
And now a personal foul.
On the play, pass interference called against Summit Academy and unsportsmanlike conduct. Personal foul.
So first they mark the 15 yards off. It's within the 30, so then they go half the distance back, and they'll replay the down.
Yeah, ends up picking up 2 penalties, a pass interference and a personal foul. That's definitely not what you want.
One of the changes I like, a couple of years ago, they changed the offensive pass interference from a loss of down, so I do like that rule change. That was always a brutal call, still is. Now, Briggs is going to keep it. He's going to cut upfield. He's at the 20, the 25, well short of a first down, but he's going to pick up 15, 16 yards.
Yeah, he had a little bit of daylight there. I mean, if he breaks one tackle, in a big guy like that who can move, you never know. He had a little bit of daylight and ended up getting tackled by a couple of guys, but it was a nice play.
For Summit, number 8, Mason Schaefer, and back to receive.
So Schaefer is set to punt here for the Bears. Curran, particularly long kick. I mean, it wasn't high, and it takes a Summit bounce. Picked up by Curran around the 6-yard line. He cuts up to the 15, the 20. A flag comes flying as he's out of bounds, and we'll have to see what the penalty is.
By number 18.
Take a look here on the replay.
Yeah, number 81 there.
Take a look and see. I didn't notice anything there.
Colin Dodge was able to get him out of the, get him in the out of bounds.
Let's see on this replay here. Taking a look here.
26.
Right there, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're calling.
And we have the luxury of replay. And so we want to thank our producer, Barrett Hilt, for giving us that replay. Does a great job.
So what did they call? He's going to give it to us right now.
And here comes block in the back.
Yep, block in the back on number 26.
And really been a well-played game, well-officiated game, but the two fumbles, in my opinion, are still the difference of this game.
First down.
Yeah, it is. They came out, they had a nice first down, and then fumbled it, and they just haven't gotten anything going since.
Juan Diego will receive the football, though, to start the second half.
Yeah, it would be nice. If you're Juan Diego, you want to put together a nice drive here. That way when you come out at half, you've got a little bit of momentum.
From their own 9-yard line.
Oh.
And it looked like a give to Easterly, I believe.
Was it a handoff,
Or did he keep it? It's just Smith caught it. He followed Easterly.
By Colby Smith for a short game at the middle. Tackled by number 28, Carson
And Smith
Wheaton.
will pick up a couple yards.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From their own 11-yard line. Now Smith wanting to pass, throws it out, and it's overthrown. And I've seen Juan Diego play a couple times this year. The strength of this Soaring Eagle team is not their passing. They can certainly do it at times, but it is not the strength of this team.
Yeah, Carson Wheaton was in the backfield there, putting pressure on the quarterback. That makes it even harder, especially if you don't throw the ball a lot. Having a guy in your face as you're throwing the ball makes it a lot more difficult of a play.
The defending state champs in a deep hole, they were 1/10 of the point underdogs, but down by 20 right now. Smith going out to throw, and it's intercepted at the 10, the 5 touchdown. The interception, go ahead.
Mason Schaefer on the interception there.
Pass intercepted by number 8, Mason Schaefer, who takes it back.
Stepped right in front of the pass. I don't think the quarterback saw him as he threw it.
Let's take a look where he caught that at.
On the play.
Yeah, he just stepped right in front of the
20-yard
offensive player.
And I believe we're going to have unsportsmanlike of a spiking the football here. Take a look at it. Yeah, and he spiked the football.
Yeah, the Summit Academy fans don't like that call, but that's a good call.
Well, there's no doubt. you and I are on the same page with that one.
I don't like that call, but it is a good call. It's a very good interception.
So what they have is they have two options here. They can either take it on the try or they can take it on the kickoff.
I would guess they'll take it on the try. I guess we'll see what they end up deciding.
Juan Diego did have an eligible man downfield, and Summit, of course, will decline that penalty.
Yeah, they'll take the touchdown.
So now Arlanio set to do the try here. And the penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Already? Okay, good. Just have you wait here until
Kick is up and it's blocked. The second time in this game.
Michael Gotti again.
Yeah.
Ariano's punt is or extra point is blocked by number 11, Mikey Gotti. So after that score, Summit Academy 26, Juan Diego nothing.
Well, did that surprise you a little bit there, Garrett?
The interception?
Yes.
No. When you're do you know him? Of course he's not letting me talk. Yeah, the interception came after, I mean, the quarterback had been running around for his life a little bit here today, and hasn't had a lot of throws, hasn't had a lot of attempts, and the defender just stepped right in front of the wide receiver and took it into the end zone.
Want to join us at halftime again? We'll have Jeff Clough with the Utah High School Activities Association, and always informative. We welcome him here. We're glad to have him here. And Garrett, he was asking you if you knew me, huh?
He was asking me if you were letting me talk at all.
We're going to cut that out. I'm going to go back to our producer and cut that section of the film out. Now, kick will be a short one for Juan Diego.
Bit of a squib kick there.
They're taking around the 15, out to the 20, and a fumble. It's picked up by Juan Diego. Holy cow, Juan Diego almost had their fourth turnover here in the first half. The difference in this game, in a 26-0 ball game, no question, the 3 turnovers have all led to touchdowns by the Summit Bears.
Yeah, things looked like there it was going from bad to worse. They were very fortunate they were able to get that back.
Juan Diego ball, 1st and 10.
So the Soaring Eagle will now take over with just 4 first downs here in the first half at their own 32-yard line.
Bit of a sneak there.
And Smith just cuts up forward on the right side.
So sometimes they'll do this, Juan Diego. They did this back 10 years ago when I was in high school, where if nobody's lined up over the center, sometimes the quarterback will just take it, not even do anything with the offensive communication he has with the center.
Smith wanting to throw. Plants throws it, and he's hit as he let go. There's really in between a couple receivers.
He looks like he's hurt.
And I tell you what, Kobe Smith has been just leveled many times today. Hit hard again there.
Yeah, he's been hit a lot. That time it was Cade Powers that hit him. He's been hit. He's been pressured and hit by number 28 Carson Wheaton a lot. He's been hit by a multiple of these defenders, and that time it looked like it's starting to affect him.
Smith comes under his center. And he's going to give to Easterly. Easterly rumbles on the right side out to the 40-yard line.
Hunter Easterly for a short gain on the play. Tackled by number 73.
And with 2:52 to go, will Juan Diego go for it?
Brings up 4th
down 26-0. They did not go for it earlier on a 4th and 1. Now it's 4th and 3, and they will go for it.
Yeah, this time I think they feel like there's just too much to. Looks like they're doing a hard count here.
Kobe Smith trying to draw him off sides, couldn't do it, does call timeout, so Juan Diego has taken timeout.
Yeah, they tried the hard count, tried to get him to jump off sides, didn't work, and so now they're going to go back and probably decide whether they're going to continue to go for this. If they go for it, then they're going to discuss amongst each other what's going to be the best play. If they don't go for it, then they'll just punt it away and see what they can do on defense.
West, which is comprised of dairy farmer families throughout Utah. Dairy farmers have been committed
I
to
would be
Utah high
shocked
school
if they did not kick
activities
this.
for over 30 years.
Wouldn't you?
I think you have to go for it. I mean, at some point, the hole that you're in is just so deep that you gotta try something.
Well, it was Schaefer on a 26-yard interception that extended this lead to 26-0. Before that, it was Talmadge Brown with 3 touchdown runs for Summit. And they enjoy a 26-0 lead over Juan Diego right now. The defending state champs. And now Summit Academy is going to take timeout.
Yep. Little bit of a chess match here going on between coaches.
Well, we saw in the North Sanpete Morgan game, it appeared that North Sanpete was cruising. They were ahead 23-7 with about 3 minutes to go in that game. Morgan threw a long touchdown run, and it was a fight, North Sanpete, to finish off that game. And so those are the kind of things coaches are trying to avoid.
Yeah, what should have been an easier win for North Sanpete ended up being a lot more difficult for themselves.
23-15.
Yep. Yeah.
But it certainly, they were in control much of that game.
Yeah, they were in control of the entire game, and then they had that long pass from Morgan that put them within a touchdown. They also converted a 2-point conversion and put them within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion and made it a game.
Both those outstanding teams. Morgan ends with just a couple losses on the season. That was a
Going for
good
the hard
team.
count again there.
And they give it to Easterly, and Easterly spins and rolls out and catches the first down, the 5th one.
That is just hard running. That's what that is. I mean, the defenders hit him right at the line of scrimmage. He got hit by number 2, number 29, and he just kept churning the legs and ended up getting the first down. That was want to. That's what that was.
The ball's at the 44-yard line of the Soaring Eagle, and Smith does hand off to the quick dive back, and I believe it was Easterly again.
Hand off to number 33.
No, it's 33 this time.
Jackson Butler.
So it's Butler who's in there. That's the first time we've called Butler's name today.
Cade Powers getting in on the tackle again.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
So it's a 3-yard pickup. And we do have an update in the University of Utah has finally taken the lead in Tempe against Arizona State. They lead 17-14. And now incomplete pass here does stop the clock.
Yeah, it might have been fortunate that was incomplete. Carson Kitchen was coming up. He read that very well. He was coming up to put a lick on number 4 there.
Snap. 47, 3rd down.
So 3rd down at 7. The ball at their own 47-yard line. With 1:36 to go, clock is stopped on the incomplete pass. And they fake to the right back, then the left, and Smith throwing, and the ball's almost intercepted. Oh,
that
boy.
was very dangerous.
There were 3 different defenders there trying to push that pass between them. Look at this here on the replay.
It's just a sea of yellow jerseys there. I mean, you had
there were 4 or 5 jerseys
defenders
around 1 receiver.
Yeah, 5 defenders. But this, I mean, that's the thing is you get in desperation mode. You're down by 26 before the half. You get in desperation mode. You really want to get a first down. You can understand why that would happen, but probably not the wisest decision to throw there.
Well, the kick is taken around the 28. Clausen's at the 40, the 50. He crosses to the 40, cuts into the 30, brought down at the 27-yard line. Clausen, he's not the biggest guy on the field, but he is one of the fastest.
Parker Clausen.
Yeah, that was the tackle by number 33. And I believe that's Jackson Butler.
By number 43, Jackson Butler.
But he saved the touchdown there. Jackson Butler saved the touchdown. He got tackled by number 33, dodged the punter, and
Clausen just is lightning quick.
yeah, very fast.
Clock's live.
At the 28-yard line, pass
he's
it down.
open.
He's got dodge, touchdown.
Yeah,
Dodge
just
on a 28-yard touchdown. Go ahead.
I was going to say it's just a breakdown. The defender, it's just a breakdown of the defense. Both defenders got caught in front of the wide receiver. You're not supposed to let anybody behind you. Both defenders got caught with the wide receiver behind it. It was an easy touchdown.
And Dodge is who I've seen catch most of the passes this year. In the games I've seen him, they've thrown mostly today to Brady. So Dodge picks up his first reception I have recorded of the day.
Yeah, nice first catch, ended up being a touchdown.
And the kick is up and good.
Ariano's kick is good.
Arellano's kick makes it 33-0.
Juan Diego 0.
And this is a Juan Diego team that just took apart Grantsville last week, and that was a good Grantsville team. Beat them 41-14. That just shows you how Summit is playing. The turnovers have been a factor.
Yeah, it's a combination of two things. Summit's played very well, and Juan Diego's made a lot of mistakes. It's unfortunate they started out so slow, with fumbling the ball and some mental errors. Sometimes that happens, and you can't work your way back into the game.
Well, the momentum has definitely caused problems as Summit's had it all game.
They've had it, all game, ever since that first fumble.
And the kick again will go in the end zone.
Ariano's kick is good for a touchback.
And that means Juan Diego will take over at their own 20. Juan Diego with 5 first downs here in the first half. They have 2 fumbles and an interception. They've never had more than 2 first downs on any possession. 8 times they've had the football here in the first half. 8 different possession. And these two teams played an epic 1-point game last year that Juan Diego won, but this one so far all Summit. Now the inside pitch is taken nicely there by Tristan Tanazio.
Yeah, the shovel pass, or the Utah pass is sometimes what it's called. It's a good play.
You know why that's called the Utah pass? Lee Grosscup, when he played for the University of Utah, made that. You probably don't know who Lee Grosscup is.
No idea.
He was a famous TV announcer for many years. Now Smith back to pass on a little screen pass on the right side. Breaks a tackle. Kind of field. It's Curran who caught the pass. And now a late flag.
Yeah, ran through a couple of tackles there to get up to the first down.
Penalty markers on the play.
One thing that's positive for Juan Diego, they're still playing hard. They're still playing very hard. They've just made some mistakes here.
I believe they will have the first down here, and I believe we're going to have a dead ball foul. Maybe not, but we'll see. It's a dead ball personal foul on Summit. So it was a first down.
Personal foul.
And they'll get the 15 yards.
On Summit Academy.
Where are we going on the what?
Brings up first down for
So the
Juan
ball's
Diego.
moved to the 45-yard line of Juan Diego.
Put you at midfield to positive play for Juan Diego there.
Clock is running, 30 seconds to go. Here in the first half. And Smith finally comes up under center. They ran about 15 seconds, and now the pass it looked like a forward pass, and it was ruled that. That was a good call by the officiating crew.
He just didn't have time to get that off. 28 Carson Wheaton was just there already, and he has been an absolute poison pill for them today.
We do have an update from Tempe. Arizona State has come back and scored on Utah. They have taken the lead 21-17. I know the whole state interested in the Utes with a chance to go to the Rose Bowl. Curran takes the pass from shotgun, throws it, it's intercepted! The 5th 4 turnover and a fumble. Do we have a turnover? It was an interception. Did Summit lose it?
Summit picked it up. So Summit intercepted it, then picked it up. And a lot of that came from the pressure of Carson Wheaton again. He's been getting a lot of pressure in the backfield. He's getting a lot of a lot of penetration out there in the backfield, and he caused the quarterback to hurry and threw it. It looked like the tight end might have it there for a second, but just got it ripped out of his hands.
So Summit will have time for one play, and I've seen him play several times. I do believe they're going to go for it here.
The Bernadettes? Okay.
5 seconds left, yeah.
Briggs.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're kneeling just with the formation they have right
I've seen him play several times. They're going to go for it here. Nope. They want the handoff. You're right. Now Briggs will just go down, and they're going to call a hit in the head.
Yeah, that's what they're calling. That's a tough one because the quarterback's going down as he's coming forward. That's what they're calling here, hit in the head.
When he goes down, though, you got to get the head hits out of the game. It's just the way it is.
Penalty flags on the play.
And we'll see what happens. He's signaling.
He's saying it's a hold against.
Oh, it's a hold. So it's not it's just a hold. Push in the back, block in the back, and then decline. That's why I shouldn't speculate ahead of time. That's a bad thing to do. So at halftime, so far it's been all Summit Academy. Summit 33, Juan Diego no score. And it's 2 fumbles and an interception that turned into touchdowns. And that's really given the momentum to Summit, and Juan Diego's not been able to curtail it. Juan Diego with just 5 first downs in the first half. Summit with only 7 first downs, but they have 33 points.
Yeah, they've put up a lot of points on the board. A lot of them comes from those turnovers.
We do have Jeff Klopp here in the box, and we're going to interview Coach Jeff. We appreciate him coming over here with the Utah High School Activities Association. He giving my son a bad time there.
I was actually giving him a bad time about you.
Yeah, I know. That's what, man, we really appreciate you giving us a few minutes here at halftime here. So, Jeff, tell us a little bit about your role with the Utah High School Activities Association.
So I'm an assistant director, one of the 4 in the office. My specific responsibilities deal with the director of officiating, corporate sponsorships, and the director of baseball. And then I also assist with all the other championships.
I know you officiate college baseball.
Yeah, I sure do.
You did some Pac-12 baseball?
So I work for the Pac-12, the Mountain West, the WAC, and the West Coast. I'm on the roster of those 4
I think that would be
conferences.
fascinating. That's got to be fascinating to officiate college baseball.
Yeah, it's I think it's like any other sport that you're officiating. I think you're trying to always make yourself the best that you can and try to achieve the highest level of certification and highest level of just like the athletes are working. We're trying to do the same thing to be the best that we can. And I've been fortunate enough to find myself in a situation where I've gotten the opportunity and I haven't screwed up too bad yet.
I know you do a great job. Question with the High School Activities Association, how many years have you been with them?
So this is year number 5, if you can believe it or not.
5 years.
Yep, this is number 5.
And what have you enjoyed most about it?
Well, I think being around the championships and being able to see state champions crowned. I mean, there's nothing better than seeing a team win a state championship. And like, for instance, today, the joy and elation that North Sam Pete went through today. They're playing in their first state championship.
First time ever,
in football, and it's pretty phenomenal. Like to get that opportunity is. I mean, that's what it's all about. It gives me goosebumps even thinking about it.
And you had Milford in the 1A a year ago. That
yeah.
I think the whole state, maybe Salt Lake, they don't know about Milford, but in 1A, it was pretty incredible.
It was, yeah. It looks like they're way up today. It looks like they're going to make it again. So, yeah, it's a great thing. I mean, to be part of high school sports, coming from the college world where I was for the first 15 years of my career. At Dixie State, and now coming to the high school world, I wasn't sure if I was going to enjoy it. and I'm having a heck of a time.
Well, I officiate a little bit, as you know, and I've actually done 5 semifinals.
Yeah.
And they
Are
all.
you putting a plug in for your final? I'm just
no,
teasing you.
No. You've got to put people out on the field
Yeah.
that you're comfortable with. I really believe that, because you have to answer for who's on the state championship.
Yeah, I do.
And anybody that does a state championship game, in my opinion, I tip my hat to them. There's a lot that could do it, but you know, it is what it is.
And I think the hardest thing that we have to do is trying to, and it's one of the focuses that I've had as the director of officiating, is really trying to expand the number of people who have the opportunity to work. Instead of giving it to the same group of guys over and over again. Last year we had 12 of our 30 final slots, first-time finals officials. We had a gentleman who's officiated high school sports for 30 years, and he got his first final. When I called him on the phone, he cried. It was amazing. And so there are a lot of people. I think once you get to the semifinal level, it's just making sure that the right teams are there and the matchups and everything else, and you're good enough to work a final.
There's so much that goes into it.
There is.
And is there any sport that you like better than others? Is football one of your favorite? Is the spring sports? Is there a particular sport, or are they all about the same to you?
Well, I mean, personally, I'm a baseball guy, so I played baseball, and officiating baseball. As far as me officiating, I enjoyed football more than anything else, and I did football, basketball, baseball. I did some softball for a while.
I love softball.
I've done some soccer.
Softball.
So, I mean, I think I like baseball a lot, but I like the environment of football. There's a lot of energy and excitement that's around, but they're all fun.
In my world, where we officiate in Central Utah, I started 28 years ago. They asked me to come officiate. I never seen a book. I went in jeans and did a JV game. I still laugh over that, because if they knew what you study and you look through, somebody asks you a question, you go through and you dig through and you. Nonetheless.
Yep, absolutely.
Where would you like to see happen with the Utah High School Activity Association? Is there something that you would like to see changed or go, or what is, if you could do anything, what would you do?
So I think the biggest misnomer that I had coming into the office was that as a staff we had the ability to influence more things than we really do. We're a self-governing organization. Our principals and our member schools are the ones who run it. I work for them. I interpret the rules as they're written. We try to mold and conform things that are going on and try to push people a certain direction with our ideas. As we go to clinics and seminars and meetings and the summer NFHS meetings where we collaborate with other associations. So I think we try to infuse those ideas into what our principals are doing, but really it's up to our principals. It's like the very reason why we're at high schools today instead of at a college site. We're at high schools today because our principals felt on the executive committee felt like we needed to, play them at high schools. And
this
return
is
to
a
that.
gorgeous facility.
Oh, this facility is phenomenal.
At Provo High School. It's a brand new high school.
Yeah. And look, I mean, it's pretty much a junior college campus. That's what it looks like. The school looks like one. We're very fortunate to have those around us, and for our small classifications, this is a big deal. So.
I, for one, want to say thank you. I know there's tons of pressure on you, and appreciate what you do.
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing being over it, and I know your phone's got to ring off the hook.
Yeah, football's pretty brutal. Football season is, and the number of inquiries, and my wife and my kids hate me on Friday night, but it is what it is. It's my job.
And see, it's like officiating. They don't know, at least where I come from, we officiate. I think I did 55 games this year because you have Little League games on Wednesday, you have JV on Thursday, you have varsity games, and you never know if you're going to get a call on a Tuesday night. We need you here tomorrow.
Yep. So, and really, that's the whole idea is. And if I could make a plug for officials, we're at a point not of a critical mass yet. But we're headed that direction.
Because of the age. Our officials, and honestly, that's a problem. I look at myself. I'm getting too old. I mean, honestly, it's the truth.
Well, and I think really we just have more schools. We have more need. And so the
officials are getting older.
Yeah, and they're being pulled from, the high school stuff where high school was all it was. And now we have, city leagues and little league, and they're using it. There's only so many officials. And so we really need to try to encourage as many people as we can to officiate. The NFH has a huge campaign going on right now called High School Officiating, Officiate Today, and you go to that link and click on it, and you fill out the form and sends an email right to me, and we make contact with you and see what we can do to get you signed up and officiating.
And it is fun. I'll tell you. Anybody
Yeah.
that's never done, and I have people all the time, how can you take people yelling at you? Or honestly, for the most time, it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, and if you would have asked me 18 years ago when I started officiating, if my whole professional life would be surrounded by officiating, I would have told you were crazy. I officiate college baseball. My day job is about officiating. That's what I do the majority of the time. I would have said you're crazy. There's no way I would have ever thought that I would be where I'm at today.
And
I love it.
It is. When you get on
and
there.
I'm crazy.
Well, I don't know you're crazy. I just think if you, and for those who are thinking maybe I'd officiate, I tell you, it is a lot of fun. And every now and then it gets, you have 5 officials with you. And so.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed football the most. So. You guys do a great job with this broadcast. We appreciate you.
Well, thank you for your time. I
You're
know
welcome.
that you're busy, and it's nice of you to give us an interview. I know our paths will cross again sometime.
Yeah, they will. Thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
You bet. Thanks.
No matter how you connect, Centricom delivers fast, reliable internet and powerful whole-home mesh Wi-Fi throughout your home for intense gaming, easy sharing, and buffer-free streaming on every device all at once. With experts ready to help. Connect to faster internet. Connect with Centra Wi-Fi. Connect to now. Call or click Centricom.com to upgrade your internet today.
You know that Centricom provides great products and services to your home. And you can get the same great value for your business with CentraFiox, Centricom's fiber optic network service.
Whether you're making sales over the phone or online to customers around the world,
we deliver the reliable business solutions you need at a competitive price.
And we do it all with uncompromising service.
Let's talk about what matters to your business. Call or click CentraFiox.com today.
It's time to supercharge your internet with the fastest speeds in the area from Centracom. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by Centra Wi-Fi, our whole home mesh Wi-Fi system. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Call or click Centracom.com to supercharge your internet today.
When it comes to communication solutions for your business, Centra Fios by Centracom gets it right. We've got the right data connection with dedicated bandwidth up to 10 gig, plus an in-house network operations center for responsive local support from super smart service professionals. Centra Fios offers SD-WAN service to connect all your business locations securely and the right digital voice solutions to fit your exact needs. Make the right call. Contact a business specialist at Centracom for customized Centra Fios solutions to make your business thrive.
Control our body and soul. Don't move too fast, we'll just take it slow. Don't get ahead, just jump into it. Y'all hear about it? The P's will do it. Get started, get stupid. Don't worry about it, people will walk you through it step by step like an infant new kid. Inch by inch with a new solution. Transmit hits with no delusion. The feeling's irresistible and that's how we move it. Yo, everybody, let's get into it. Get stupid, get started, get started.
All right, welcome back here. We took just a little short break. We appreciate Jeff Clough for his halftime interview. It's kind of fun to hear some of the roots he had as he works for the Utah High School Activities Association. And our halftime score, 33 for Summit, Juan Diego, no score. And And the game's really been like the score is. It's been not very competitive.
No, it hasn't.
Very surprising.
Yeah, it's been surprising to me. It seems like most people expected this to be a very close game. I believe Summit was a small favorite, but
1/10 of a point.
Yeah, 1/10 of it. I mean, that's as close as it gets.
Against the defending state champs, and they played, a 27-19 game earlier. You anticipate this to be a competitive game, but it has not been.
Yeah, Juan Diego's just had too many mistakes. Too many mistakes to keep it close. So what you do is you kind of, it's good that they had halftime. You kind of gather your wits and say, look, we haven't played very good. Let's play our best, and then let the chips fall where they may at this point. Maybe they'll be able to get out of this type of a hole. Maybe they won't, but you at least want to be able to put your best foot forward here in this second half.
Well, I want to thank Barrett Hilton with his replays we've had today, his production work. Of course, Elliot Robertson on our camera work. And the two Robinsons, Garrett and Rick, bringing you this broadcast. Garrett, my son. And always glad to have him here.
It's good to be here.
And we're getting set to kick off. The one good news for Juan Diego is they will get the football. And the other good news is there's still lots of time. I mean, I did go down to a football game in San Diego once where they called the game with 21 points down, and BYU came back and beat SMU. So I actually sat through that game. So I never call a game until.
Yeah, it's still possible, especially with them getting the ball here to begin with. If they can put together somewhat of a drive, then it really can change the momentum around a little bit. So this first drive could be very key.
That being said, Juan Diego will have to play much, much better this half than they did the first half.
Yeah, no doubt. They're just going to have to execute better.
Smith. Kobe Smith under center. Again with a split backfield. And fakes it to Easterly. And throws a pass, and I believe it'll be an incomplete pass as it was hit the ground, and they do rule it was a forward pass.
Yeah, it was. Not a lot of pressure there. The quarterback threw off his back foot, and it just didn't go. It didn't go to the running back the way that the most ideal way. It was a tough catch for the running back.
Juan Diego had 4 first downs in the first half. In fact, they only had 3 of their 8 series that they picked up a first down. So that means 5 times they had the football and were unable to move the chains. Split backfield again. And they give to Easterly. Easterly, Hunter cuts upfield.
Looks like he was tackled by number 39 there.
Tackled by number 73.
And Easterly will have a short gain of about 3 yards. 3rd down and 7 for Juan Diego.
3rd and 7 for the Soaring Eagle.
And really, this is Juan Diego football. They are a grinded out team. The strength of this team is not passing, though they're able to at times.
Which is great, especially when you get ahead. You can really grind it out. When you're down like this, you got to be able to pass a little bit, though. And so you kind of hope that they can put something together where they're getting big chunk plays because they just don't have loads of time here.
Smith was tripped up here. Let's see if he tripped on one of his own linemen. Yeah, he did. Tripped over
number
his
56.
lineman.
Tripped over, it's like David Holverson.
Now the 9th time today, Juan Diego's had the football. And at the 6th of those times, they have been unable to pick up a first down. If Summit does score a couple more points, it would be in a mercy rule. Now, a very high punt, but a very, very short punt.
Yeah, not the best punt. That's not really what you want. I mean, I don't want the net yardage there.
It's going to be about 15 yards.
Yeah, rough.
And so Summit Academy will take over at the Juan Diego 37-yard line. Well, they're going to mark it, yeah, the 37.
Yeah, it just came off the punter's foot wrong.
Well, Summit takes over at the Juan Diego 37-yard line, already leading 33-0.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for a blitz here.
And a quick pass is out. It's caught by Brady.
Tackle there by number 6, Cooper Rust.
And Brady will pick up a 1-yard loss on the play.
Tackled by number 11, Mikey Gotti.
Just a quick pass out there. Looked like they're trying to set up a screen. Juan Diego with a great defensive stop there.
Yeah.
And 11.
Yeah, it was a quick pass. A lot of times people will do that if they feel like they've got speed out on the edge. And it was just a nice tackle by the defender.
2nd down, 11. And they give to Clausen on the end around, a kind of a jet sweep. And he's brought down for a loss.
Yeah, Carter Gray got in the backfield very quick.
Carter Gray.
And then made a nice tackle.
So now Summit had something happen that happened very few times in the first half. They lost on back-to-back, lost yardage on back-to-back plays, Garrett.
Yeah, if you're Juan Diego, this is how you wanted to start on defense. There hasn't been a lot of positive things happening, but that's a good thing.
Briggs wanting to throw. He has Dodge. Dodge has to slow and come back for the ball. And now a flag will come out. And will they call offensive or defensive pass interference? I mean,
it looks like they're going to call defensive interference. I don't like the call, though.
We'll have to see what they call. Well, the guy came back into him. They could call it, well, the ball was in the air. I was going to say they could call defensive holding, but it would have to be pass interference.
It's pass interference. The question is on whether they're calling it on the defense or offense.
And it is on the defense.
That's a tough one. That's a really, really tough one because the way the ball was thrown, the offense had to go back into the defender, and I don't really think that's the defender's fault.
And that was not an automatic first down, but it did give him yardage for the first down.
Yeah, watching on the replay here, I just don't agree with the call.
Well, you have the luxury of the replay.
Yeah. Well, even before the replay, I didn't like it. I don't like that call.
It was. You're all right. The give is to Brown on the right side, and Brown cuts upfield. As an official, I'll tell you, I did like the call.
Okay, you can like it. I'll dislike it.
Brown's able to pick up a couple yards. So it's going to be at the 24-yard line, 2nd down and 8 for Summit. And again, this time they faked the dive play to Brown, and Briggs looked like he wasn't sure what to do. He planted and cut back upfield, and now a flag, I believe, is on the wing here.
Yeah, Sean Wolf was hanging out in the backfield here, the defensive lineman, Sean Wolf, number 60, and he ends up getting the tackle, and that's just because he was in the right position.
See what they're going to call here. I did not see it.
I didn't see it either, but it looks like it was from the side judge. Looks like there's the penalty marker. Let's see what it is.
And they're discussing what it is. It looks to me like they're looking where they want to mark it. If it's a half the distance to the goal line penalty.
25 or going to the 12 and a half.
And it could have been a defensive holding. It's definitely against Juan Diego. Unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Juan Diego.
So that is a half the distance. Most people think an unsportsmanlike is an automatic first down. It is not. But it is a first down because they got the yardage. So it's the 9th first down of the ball game for Summit Academy. They had 7 in the first half. This drive started at the Juan Diego 37-yard line. We've had back-to-back penalties for first downs.
I didn't see what was done there. Did you?
It could have said something. You just never know.
Yeah.
Like I said, you and I sometimes will have to agree to disagree. I liked the last penalty and you didn't.
No, I did not. No. The unsportsmanlike conduct I couldn't speak for, but the pass interference I didn't like it.
He's going to wind it. We're hot again.
The clock.
Blow your whistle while
What caused the ball to become dead determines whether or not they wind the clock, and they do wind it here. And they fake the handoff to Brown.
Yeah, keeper.
And
Carter
it-
Gray got the tackle there on the quarterback.
Talmadge cut out wide and did not have the football, so it's going to be second down. And we're going to call second down.
Second and 12.
It's going to be second down, and we'll call it 12.
It's more like 11.
We'll follow here. We're happy with things. Second down and a short 12 from the 19-yard line. Briggs back to pass. Lobs it into the end zone. It's caught by Clausen for a touchdown. Parker Clausen.
Casey Briggs pass completed to number 1, Parker Clausen.
Yeah,
Summit Academy
this one might be
touchdown.
the nail in the coffin.
On to kick the extra point, number 33, Jared Ariano.
You could just see that set up as Ariano sets to kick the extra point here.
Yeah, 2 defenders there again, but they let the wide receiver get behind them. Anytime that happens, it's always a chance for bad things to go for the defense.
And the kick is up and good.
The kick is good by Ariano. So that brings the score.
And the score's 39.
40 now. Is
40,
that-
yeah,
yeah,
right.
40 now.
And that does put us in a
Academy 40, Juan Diego 0.
that does put us in a mercy rule. And what the mercy rule means is the clock will run. And at this point in the game, honestly, there's a good thing for a mercy rule. Because
Yeah.
this game is over.
Yeah, it's done. It's done. At this point, I mean, I feel bad for Juan Diego because they just haven't been able to play really. They really haven't been able to play to their capability. And you kind of hope that they're able to get their wheels turning a little bit. You kind of hope that they're able to get things going, and at least end the season on something where you're playing up to the level that you know you can. Even though at this point, to this point in this game, they just have not.
So, and the ball falls as they go to kick it. You gotta love it.
the best-
Mariano just looks down at the ball and shakes his hand at it.
Fell down and he just whiffed.
And they'll blow it dead, come back and re-kick it.
Yeah, he didn't like the way that happened.
Well, it fell down right before he got there. You don't see that happen very often.
I'd let them do it. I'm going to make him call and tell me. I'm not doing it without him telling me. He didn't wind it.
So Summit will now kick it off. He'll be into the end zone again, as it has been all day today.
Yeah, he's been kicking it in the end zone all day, which doesn't give the returners any chance to give a return. It's been even in high school. I think you were saying that if they catch it in the end zone, it's dead ball at that point.
The minute it crosses the goal line, it's dead. And even if it's muffed, in fact, a few years ago in one of the big semifinal games, they actually had a muff ball go in there and they jumped on it and everybody celebrating. It was a touchdown. And it's a touchback because it's muffed. So Juan Diego will take over at their own 20-yard line in a game where the clock is running here. And it's all Summit Academy. It'll be a Summit Academy versus a North Sampy next week. And I believe that championship game's at Weber State, I believe.
What did they call? False start? What did they call?
Delay of game. Delay of game.
Delay of game?
Delay of game called against Juan Diego. Brings a 1st and 15.
Puts them back another 5 yards for delay of game, so now they're at a 1st and 15 here.
In a game that delay of game off a change of a series has just described Juan Diego's day today.
Yeah, it's been rough.
And now on a little reverse action, they give to Sylvia, not give to Ryland Davis, and Davis is brought down.
That was one of those plays where it's a lot of running for not a lot of yards. I mean, he was doing a good job trying to get upfield, just didn't have anywhere to go, and ended up running to the big guy. Number 73, I believe.
It's 2nd and 16.
So now the quarterback keeper, he faked like he was going to hand off the right side. Then Colby cuts off to the left side. And it's going to be 3rd and long.
Tackled by number 52, Jacob Munger.
Second time in this half that Juan Diego's had the football. They did get a first down last time. They have.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
No, they did not get a first down. This is the 10th possession of the ball game for Juan Diego. They've only picked up first down in 3 of those 10. And now jumping off sides. You got to love it when a lineman jumps off side and he just tells you he's caused the problem.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you what, those
here.
wings, if they don't call it on him, they've called it on the wrong guy because he's telling you, I did it.
Yeah, it was Cameron Fisher jumped over the line there, and he took the exact opposite approach that you see from the pros, where they always point to the other guy and say, oh, it was him.
Or that they didn't cross the line. They quite often they'll say, I didn't cross the line.
Yeah, but he immediately threw his hands in the
Yeah,
air.
he definitely said, call it. I did it. And now it looked like a backward pass, and it's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah.
It'll be a fumble out of bounds as the pass was intended for Mattelli.
Colby Smith's pass intended for number 80, Kaiser Mataele.
Today has been a rough day for Juan Diego.
On to punt for the Soaring Eagle, number 9, Larbong
Just
Guy.
not their day.
Back to receive for Summit
And
number
now
1,
they'll get
Parker
set to
Clausen,
punt here.
and number 81, Colin Dodge.
Dodge and Parker Clausen back to return the kick.
Snap is a good one. The kick is up, and it's going to be bounce at the 40. It's going to go back to the 50. It's picked up by Clausen. He wants to run it, and Clausen then is racked. And I think, I think that's a glove that came off. It looked like a flag, but I think it's a glove on the field.
Yeah, it's one of those yellow gloves. Clausen came all the way from the other side of the field. Dodge was just going to let it die.
It is a flag. I think you're going to have a helmet contact. It looked like a glove sitting there, but what's
It's hard to tell because they've got the yellow gloves and the yellow hankies. And it's hard to tell which one's on the ground.
Personal foul, illegal helmet contact.
Yeah, targeting.
Personal foul, illegal contact against Juan Diego.
Now in high school, do they have the guy who got the penalty? Does he have to leave the game like they do in college?
Timeout, Juan Diego.
Juan Diego's taking timeout. The way it works, if it's an intentional or vicious, you could toss a guy on that. But it depends on how flagrant you ruled it to be.
Yeah, I wish they would do that in college as well because it's a lot of times it's unintentional and as in a quick play and a guy gets hit and tossed out of a ball game.
Well, safety with the head is utmost.
Yeah.
And they've got to enforce the helmet contacts. That's just a big deal.
Yeah.
And we have a new chorus. It's officials chorus. It's the official chorus by my book. And Michigan leading Penn State 14-0 in college football right now. And back to pass. It has a man open, and a flag comes flying. And it's either going to be a push-off or it could be a defensive holding if it was before the pass.
Boy, he was open. He was open. He just missed him.
Dodge was open.
Yeah, he just missed him.
And now they're going to come over, and
it's like a hold.
It's going to be a hold.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the difference, you may say, why is that not a pass interference? It's because he was held before the ball was in the air.
Yeah, they called that one on Mitchell Osler, and it's when
brings up 1st and 10.
You can easily see on a replay. Thanks again to Barrett for the replay that the hold happened well before the pass was thrown. So 1st and 10 here. And the give is to Brown. Talmadge cuts upfield, and he's going to carry a few guys and be very, very close to the first down.
Well, Rick, he had a nice cut there. He was headed toward the sideline and then cut back inside because there was a bit of a hole there. There's a bit of a soft spot. And if you watch him, as he's going outside, he plants his foot, goes back inside. It's a great cut. It's nice instinct by a running back.
First down for Summit Academy.
So Summit has picked up 2 first downs on this drive. They now have 11 first downs in the game.
Brown's had a very good game today. Seems like every time he gets it, he gets positive yardage.
And now the throw for the end zone, and it's going to be intercepted. No, and he dropped it. Incomplete pass.
It hit him right in the hands. He had that. He defended it really well. He did exactly what you want to do. The only thing he didn't do was end up catching that thing.
Well, Schaefer did a great job of when he wasn't in it coming stripping the ball.
Yeah, he did. Gotti had his hands all over that, so Schaefer came in and made sure he didn't finish the play. Just seems like nothing's going right for Juan Diego, even when they're in the right spot. Gotti was in the right spot, doing the right thing, and Schaefer just made a play on the ball like he was the defender.
And the give is to Talmadge Brown. Talmadge is going to cut upfield. He's going to be down around the 11-yard line. Well short of the first down, but picks up a couple yards.
And off number 25, Talmadge Brown for a gain of 3 yards. Tackled by number 29, Carter Gray. Brings up 3rd and 7 for Summit Academy.
So 2:51 to go here in the third quarter. Summit well on hand in this game, 40-0 over Juan Diego. And now timeout will be taken by Summit Academy.
Timeout called Summit Academy.
And I said earlier that Juan Diego only had first down on 3 of their 10 plays. They actually had one first down, so they actually have had it on 5 of them. Here in the second half, they have yet to have a first down.
Yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough sledding for the Soaring Eagles today. I mean, Summit Academy has played very good defense, but also Juan Diego just haven't been clicking.
Other scores of interest, we did have Grand leading Beaver in the 2A, and it was 3-0 last time we checked, but Grand was threatening to score. See if I've got an update there.
Briggs in shotgun here.
And now the throw to the end zone. It's incomplete.
Casey Briggs pass falls incomplete.
Batted down by number 26. Grant Dot.
Broken up on the play by number 26, Grant Dont. Brings up 4th down for Summit.
So now going for a field goal here.
Field goal number 33, Jared Ariano.
And Ariano will be, what is that, the 28-yard field goal.
Well, he's shown that he's got plenty of leg.
And the 28-yard field goal looks good. No, it's wide to the right.
Ariano's field goal goes wide right.
They had plenty of foot.
Yeah. Yeah, just missed it wide right.
Well, Juan Diego dodged a bullet as far as a point goes, but it's not going to affect the way this game goes.
No, it's not. I mean, this is essentially done.
MaxPreps.com for stats, schedules, rosters, and more. Max Preps, America's source for high school sports.
North Sampy getting to their first state championship in school history in football. Beat Morgan today 23-15. Our congratulations to the North Sampy Dogs. They will take on the winner of this game, which will be the Summit Bears. And now there's a timeout on the field. And they're wanting the 25-second clock reset. And now they start it.
I started when he blew the whistle.
And now Smith on a quarterback. Keeper, no, did he hand off?
Yeah, he handed that one off.
Tanazi's been one of the main ball carriers. Look at that. It was a quick handoff, just a quick cut across the top.
Well, a lot of that was disrupted by number 73, the nose guard there, Cameron Fisher.
Summit has made this look easy in stopping this. Let me tell you, this is not an easy stop. This Juan Diego team, now double pass, has a man open, it's intercepted, and then it's dropped. Are they going to rule that a catch?
I don't know. I don't know if it was, but it looks like
and
they are.
it is.
Yeah. So on that double pass, he had the guy wide open. He just missed him on the throw.
Silva does the interception.
First down, the Bears.
Yeah, so Silva got the interception, and then the fumble recovery was by number 11, and that would be Carson Kitchen.
So Summit has had the football 3 times here in the second half. All 3 times they have started on the Juan Diego side of the field. That tells you how dominant even this half has been. In the first half was the same. Now,
yeah, the second string is now on the field for the Summit Academy Bears.
24, Mason Chin.
So Chin is the ball carrier. I'll tell you, this second string quarterback for Summit is a senior, and he's really good too.
He can play.
Oh, he's a sprinter. I don't know he's as much passer because I've not seen him pass, but I'll tell you what, he's got lots of speed.
They also have a change of quarterback.
Broberg, a senior, and they don't lose a lot as the third quarter mercifully comes to a close here with Summit leading 40 to nothing over Juan Diego. We'll be back.
40, Juan Diego 0.
Understand nothing was done for me, so I don't plan on stopping at all. I want it forever, mine, never mind, never mind. I shouldn't do that anymore. And telling that girl she the one for me, and I ain't even planning to call. I want it forever, mine, never mind, never mind. Last name ever, first name greatest. Like a sprained ankle, boy, ain't nothing to play with. Started off local, but thanks to all the haters, I know G4 pilots on a first name basis. In your city, faded off the ground. Nino.
Keeper by the quarterback, and that's Broberg. I told you Broberg has some talent. I saw him last week.
Yeah, he got tackled there by number 9, Ray Tiniaruari.
And that's going to be the 12th first down.
First down for Summit Academy.
For Summit, they have now had 4 first downs in this half. But first downs have not been an issue. Sometimes as a story of a game, not this game. It's been fumble recoveries, interceptions, and Summit with big plays.
Yeah, a lot of those. Well, fumble of their own.
Yeah, and he tried to hand off to Chin, and Broberg, I believe, lost it. And Juan Diego comes up with a turnover.
Yeah, Caden Bravo on the fumble recovery there, number 65, the interior lineman.
By number 65, Caden Bravo for Juan Diego. First and 10 for the Soaring Eagle.
So when Juan Diego takes over, they take over at their side of the field as Summit has taken over all 3 times in this half on the Juan Diego side.
Yeah.
Smith, the quarterback, he cuts upfield and picks up 4 or 5 yards, depending on the spot, on a nice dive play off the right tackle.
Yeah, it looked like 85, Porter Glavin.
Gain of 5 yards. Tackled by number 85, Porter Galvin.
Porter Galvin, excuse me, on the tackle there.
Brings up 2nd and 5 for Juan Diego.
2nd and 5 for the Soaring Eagle. This game is not descriptive of the wonderful season that Juan Diego's had as Smith cuts up, picks up the first down. This Soaring Eagles had a fine season. Tied for 2nd in the 2A South, which was a brutal region.
Yeah. Number 39 got a tackle there.
Well, no, they didn't tie for 2nd. They took 3rd.
Yeah. This is. It's too bad that this is the way this game has gone for them. Looked like a tackle there by number 9, Cade Powers.
And it'll be the 2nd first down of this drive. They've had 2 first downs here in the second half, all of them on this drive. So Juan Diego trying to do something they have not done the whole ball game, pick up more than 2 first downs in a single drive.
Yeah, they've had a tough time moving the ball at all.
And now the give, I believe, is to Easterly. We'll have to see if that's who it was.
Yeah, a whole host of tacklers there.
For a gain of about 5 yards.
And
Tackle made by number 83, Simon Holland, and number 2, Austin Hicks.
This is Juan Diego football. 4 or 5 yards a clip, able to move the football, just move up the field. And you can see as Summit has subbed that Juan Diego's able to move the football.
Yeah, exactly.
And Easterly again takes it, and now we'll turn up some more yardage. Very close. I believe he does have the first down.
In the way that's happening is it's on the interior line. The first string of Summit Academy's defensive linemen were doing very well at not giving any ground and many times even penetrating into the backfield. And this second unit hasn't done as well, and so they're able to move the ball.
Again, the give is to Easterly. He cuts upfield, crosses the 20, cracks down to the 19-yard line. As Hunter Easterly able to pick up good yardage.
Yeah, he just ran over number 9, Cade Powers there. I mean, so it's a big guy to try and tackle. It's never any fun.
Very, very Juan Diego drive here that started from their own 34-yard line. They picked up 3 first downs, looking at 2nd down and 3. And a give to Easterly, and Easterly is dragged down from behind after he picks up the first down.
Yeah, he took Porter Glavin there for a ride. I mean, it took him about 3 or 4 yards just carrying him.
Brought down to the 12-yard line, so the Soaring Eagle threatening to score here. The mercy rule is a 35-point rule, but even if Juan Diego scores here, it will not take it out of the mercy rule. We will explain. As Easterly takes the ball again and crosses inside the 10.
For a short gain on the play. Tackled by number 85,
Porter Galvin in on the tackle again.
Even though they cut it back under 35 points, you've got to cut it down to 20. I believe it's 21 points. Might be 24, but you've got to bring it that much closer to take it out of a mercy rule clock run. Now Smith on the keeper. He'll go in for a touchdown for Juan Diego.
Yep, gonna make it in that time.
9-yard run.
Good for a Juan Diego touchdown.
Yeah, it's good coaching, and let him just do it. I mean, you're up how many touchdowns?
9-yard run here.
So who's on the kick? Is that 59? Who's on the kick? We haven't seen this one.
And so we'll have to see who's going to kick it here, or they're going to go for 2.
Looks like they're going for 2. Yeah, it looks like they're going for 2.
So it's 40-6 now in favor of Summit Academy.
Oh, you want to hear a little Kanye Power? Okay.
And now Smith wants to pass, rolling out to his right, throws, and really nobody was very open there.
No. Number 8 was all over. Mason Schaefer was all over the wide receiver.
Number 18, Michael Curran.
Did a very good job defending that.
So Juan Diego scores with 7:36 to go here in the 4th period. Picks up their first points of the game. They drove 66 yards, 4 first downs, and ended on a 9-yard Kobe Smith touchdown run. And Juan Diego, I think nice to see them put something together.
Yeah, they were able to get some points on the board and get the ball moving a little bit, and who knows how that will translate to next drive. But as far as the game goes, it probably won't end up affecting it at all.
You're very cautious here, but no, it's not going to affect this. The clock is running.
Yeah, it's not going to affect it.
On the kick for Juan Diego, number 59, Jaron Adams.
I think they're lining up to defend against an onside kick here. That's what it looks like.
And the ball fell off the tee.
Should have been 59.
Yeah, Summit Academy has the hands team on the field, getting ready to defend against an onside kick.
Well, I would be surprised if they don't onside it, and they didn't. Colosimo kicks it, has his team kick it deep, and it will go into the end zone for a touchback.
Adams' kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for Summit Academy.
Dodge and Clausen were both standing around the 20-yard line. And
yeah, they were there to get any would-be runners if they did get an onside kick. And they were there as safety valves so that they can tackle any would-be runner.
Summit Academy did lose this season to Grantsville. That's a team that last week Juan Diego just destroyed 40, I believe it was 41-14.
Yeah, 41-14.
And Juan Diego and Summit did lose to a team out of California.
It's just been a tough day for Juan Diego. I mean, they usually don't make this many errors. It's just been a rough day for them.
Give to Chin. Chin weaves his way through, and then he's racked after he gets through a little bit of yardage, maybe a yard.
Yeah, it looked like number 33 in on the tackle there, Jackson Butler.
We've got an injured player on
There is a player on the field. This is why, certainly, if you're Summit Academy, you hope that you've got most of your main players. As Kupek has been one of the – he's got some big passes this season. He'd be someone they would not certainly it would hurt them to lose him.
Yeah, that would not be good in a game where you're up 40-6 in the fourth quarter. To lose a guy like that would be a rough blow.
Kupek had big catches in 2 games I saw. I mean, he and they haven't really thrown to him today, and he was one of their main weapons in the 2 games I saw.
I think he had one real good catch, or maybe it was a play on defense. I know that we've called his name a couple of times here.
Yeah, is the way he's walking, you certainly don't get the impression that he wouldn't be playable in the future.
No, it doesn't
maybe
look serious.
Today, but not.
Yeah, no doubt the coach is going to say, look, your day's done here. And, likely any of the starters, he's probably going to say the same thing.
Well, Stryker Roberg, the senior, that quarterback here for the Summit team. And I'll tell you what, I've seen him several times, and he's not untalented. He's got a lot of talent as a backup.
Yeah, already we've seen him run the ball a little bit, and he was very effective.
Shotgun formation, and he'll give to Chin, and Chin will cut upfield and be brought down after, a 2-yard pickup maybe.
Yeah, he was swallowed up by number 56, David Holverson, the outside linebacker there.
Mason Chin.
Brings up 3rd and 6 for Summit Academy.
Clock does continue to run. 6:14 to go in our ball game. Summit well on hand to take on North Sanpete next week in the 3A state championship game.
And that'll be a rematch, right?
Yes.
I believe the first game was very close.
Well, we have that here. It was 17-14. Wait, that was Juan Diego's score.
And to number
14-10, I believe it was what it was. So they lost by 4 to Summit Academy. North Summit did.
North Sanpete.
North Sanpete. Excuse me.
What's interesting is both Summit Academy and North Sanpete led the region in defense, and it wasn't close. Those two teams, the two best defensive teams in the region by far.
And they've showed it today. Summit Academy has played very, very good on defense. Juan Diego has got virtually no offense going here today, and a lot of that is due to their defense.
Receive for Juan Diego, number 4, Rylan Davis.
And the snap is a good one. The kick is off. Davis looking to take it. He'll take it at the 45, and just as he gets it, he's brought down.
Yeah, got there by number 22, Tristan Tizzoni, and also number 3 in the tackle as well, Caleb Welker.
By number 3, Gage Sessions.
And now 5:05 to go in the ball game. And Juan Diego will take over at their own 45-yard line. Summit well in hand with a 40-6 lead in the Mercy Rule here at Provo High School. Brand new Provo High School, where just a gorgeous facility, turf field. If you've never been here, just a beautiful place. Now the give to Easterly. Easterly's got room. He's off the left side. He spins. He's into Summit territory. And then the flag from 15 yards out comes flying from the back judge.
It's going to be a hold. It's going to be a hold. I saw a hold in there. I mean, the jersey was stretching. It was a pretty bad hold.
And the guy next to me saw a hold. So we'll have to see the replay here.
It's a hold. He just called a hold.
Okay. We got to watch the replay. I got to see if you really saw something here.
It's going to be first and what, 3?
Where was it? Right here on number 24.
Yeah, he kind of pulled the jersey down.
They called the holding. Was it holding?
Yeah, it was holding.
Holding called against Juan Diego.
It was a nice run by Easterly. It was a nice run that was negated there.
So it's going to be first down and 3 here. See, I've always said you could do a little high school football officiating. Now the ball's on the turf, and it's going to be picked up. And he's going to pick up a couple yards after he lost, as that was Rosado.
Loss on the play, tackled by number 11, Carson Kitchen, and number 31, Eli Swed.
You sure? Is there a 31 out there? I don't think there is. 31, 20 there is. Far side. He told me he wouldn't be playing.
And Rosado.
Well, he didn't expect to be up.
Rosado in shotgun formation. Rolling out to his right, rolling, throws, has a man, and it's incomplete.
Oh, wow. Number 9, Cade Powers got a little aggressive on that. I would be a little bit careful.
Yeah, they could have called the flag there, and I would have agreed with them.
Yeah.
Justice Persado's pass falls incomplete.
Persado.
6, Cooper Rust.
Persado
on the cover for Summit.
They'll move it back, and third down, a long ways to go, about 13, maybe a short 14.
You're going to get hurt on a play like that before the state championship game. It's like he just kept driving. Get him out of the game. They did. They took him out. Yeah. Save your guys for next week.
Rosado.
Who's going to run some clock?
Looking for the clock, 3:10 to go. Clock is running. Back to pass and straight drop back. Throws over the center of the field, and it's thrown behind a player. Now, Rosado has played quite a bit during the season, back and forth. They did interchange. They bring him in when they want to pass.
Yeah, he looks like a little bit more comfortable passer.
And I'm surprised maybe we didn't see him sooner, but you never know what goes on. Like I said, I'm not going to question Coach Colosimo. He knows what he's doing. Back to pass again, being pressured on the fourth down. Throws over the field. It'll be intercepted easily.
Yeah, the pressure came from number 34 there.
And it's going to come up, and that's Brown, Talmadge Brown.
Intercepted by number 24, Mason Chin.
No, that's Mason Chin. I said Brown.
Yeah, Mason Chin got the interception.
Brown is 25. That was Chin was 24.
Pressure came from number 34. Chin ends up getting the interception and getting pushed out of bounds. by the, I think the quarterback ended up pushing him out of bounds, right? That
tends
to be what happens. The quarterback gets mad and after the interception, and yeah, it was Brasado.
5th interception of the ball game to go with the 2 fumbles. So Juan Diego's now had 7 turnovers here in the game today.
It's hard to win. Basically impossible to win with that many turnovers.
That's why the score is 40-6.
Yep.
And Arizona State Utah update. It's now 28-20. Arizona State leading Utah.
Tackle by number 28, Mako Chaukafa.
So on a 2nd down and 9 here at the 32-yard line of Juan Diego.
Yeah, Chaukafa had a nice tackle on 1st down there.
Broberg set to go. And Broberg's going to hand off in the back. But I don't know if you saw that, but Caden Brown spun back and came back. And just as soon as he caught the ball, they just leveled him. Look at this replay.
Yeah, Chaukafa was there right as he was getting the ball. It looked like he was ready to take the handoff himself.
So 3rd down, and we're going to call 13. Yep. Appreciate that. Broberg. He's about a yard deeper than Briggs does. And now breaks a tackle. Broberg's going to break a tackle. He's at the 20, inside the 15. He'll pick up a 1st down. It'll be the 11th 1st down.
Yeah, right when he got out of there, it looked like he had a lot of room. Broke the tackle from
penalty markers on the play.
Broke the tackle from the defender in the backfield, and after that, it was nothing but daylight.
13th 1st down, but I think it will be nullified. I think they'll replay the down. Yep.
Holding called against Summit Academy.
And we're not even going to look at the replay. I don't want you to tell me you saw something. It was a holding call, and I don't want to hear anything on that.
Well, I don't typically need the replay. I can see it the first time.
So it'll be 3rd down. They replay the down. The hold is a spot foul. So they do it from where the hold took place. And now they go down on a knee, and that's a good play there.
Yeah, they're just going to let this thing run out.
Striker Broberg takes a knee.
4th down, and I don't think they'll. I think they'll wait, and they won't have to snap it again.
Yeah, too bad for Juan Diego. They just never.
He's going to wait until he gets under, and the referee does a great job of waiting until after the 25 seconds, and then he chops it. So they don't need to snap it. That's going to end the game.
Yeah, rough game for Juan Diego. They just never really got going. Never got going. And to give it to Summit Academy, they played very, very well. They were very opportunistic. Every time they had a turnover, they scored off of it, it seemed. I mean, just about every time, especially in the beginning. They had, they were 4 for 4. Each turnover they had, they scored a touchdown.
33-0 at halftime, and it really was not much closer in the second half. You're thinking Juan Diego might be able to come back. They were not able to. Juan Diego ends up with 12 first downs. No, Summit ends up with 12 first downs. Juan Diego ended up with 10 first downs, but it was the 7 turnovers, the 5 interceptions, and 2 fumbles. The first 2 possessions, Juan Diego had the football, they fumbled, and that really was their doing them in. I want to give special thanks for our help by Elliot Robertson with his camera work, Barrett Hilton with his, as always, just great production work for Centricom. I got to tell you, my internet service and your TV, my internet's with Centricom. They do a terrific job. Get your internet service with Centricom. I have nothing but good things to say about what they do. I want to thank Barrett for his help. Garrett, thank you for working with me today. My son, Garrett Robinson.
Thanks for the invite.
And again, the final score here will be 40-6 as Summit Academy will now advance to take on North Sanpete next week. North Sanpete making their first state football championship in school history. It should be a dandy game next week. And until then, we bid you good afternoon.
Let's congratulate Juan Diego High School for a hard-fought game and a great season. Thank you, Juan Diego High School. We'd like to thank you for your attendance and continued support of high school activities. Thank you for your sportsmanship, and please drive home safely.
It might seem crazy what I'm about